Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's a nice sign here, back with another video. And this video is going to be about why I started my own, not my own spiritual path, but my own spiritual journey. So same thing, but why I did it. And to be honest, it wasn't like I think just with life is always an up and down thing. It's never, like there's no linear path to something. Well, it is, but in, let's say, the average person's instance is usually like a zigzag, backwards, forwards path to get somewhere, to start something. And that's kind of how it was for me, right? I wasn't even into spirituality for what it was and what it could really, the benefits it can possibly bring me. I think, if I could be honest, I was really in it for egotistical reasons, right? I think everybody wanted to be a part of something that nobody really have any knowledge or understanding of. The occult, I about to say. The occult is the deeper aspect of spirituality. The deeper aspect, the things that people don't know that much about, but it still, it still works. And I think I was attracted to like the knowledge of it, just the sheer fantasy aspect of it. Because the more you go deep into the occult, you realize like how cool it is. Like, and when I say cool, I mean like, think about a kid on the playground. I don't know if y'all ever seen like, I probably haven't seen this. It's like a Spider-Man commercial, and it's like, make you New York your playground. That's what it seemed like when you go deeper into the occult and when you go deeper into the spirituality, and you healing your trauma, and you essentially taking off all these shackles that have been impressed on your mind in the way that you thought and the way that you acted. It's like you free. It's like it's freeing your mind of everything. Think about it like in the sense of this. In the Bhagavad Gita, they're speaking about how enlightenment can be found two ways. That's what I got from it. It can be found two ways. It can be found either through interacting with the universe in a personal manner, or interacting with the universe in a not so personal manner. And I'm gonna go deeper on this in like on an actual video about it. But when you make it personal, you make it super personal. Let's say you treat everybody like yourself. A sense of freedom comes with that. I'm about to say a sense of realness comes with that. A sense of authenticity comes with that. And that's how I choose to like live my life. I try to treat everybody like they myself, and not saying I treat everybody to the best of my ability. I try to do my best, but at times, just a negative aspect of yourself that's unhealed just always come back and try to pull you and, lower your vibrations down. But for the most part, I try to. But it's more speaking about the authentic self, the true self, the self that lives inside your heart, the self that is free of everything. And I guess that was something that called me towards it. Plus, like of course they be saying like superpowers. The superpower part really pulled me. That was the egotistical part. But as I guess grown and developed on the path, and I wouldn't say I had enlightenment. I wouldn't even say that. I don't think I had enlightenment. I think I had a level of understanding where it was greater than before, where it allowed for me to maneuver through the suffering a lot easier. Not saying I don't go through the suffering. I don't think anybody just avoid the suffering. It still hits me like I'm a regular person, but I'm able to maneuver through it easier, and I'm able to see it and pick it apart, and seeing forgiveness and compassion energy to it, and be like, okay, this is why this is happening, and I can go around it. But in that sense, it has brought me a lot of peace inside my mind and inside my heart, with being able to do that. When before I couldn't do that. I couldn't just pick apart things happening in current time and just, brush it off like it's not nothing, So going back to the original point, I think that why I started it, I think that I was in prison. Everybody's in prison, in the type of prison in their mind and just their life. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You just feel like you're in prison. You just feel like you're just so locked down where there's no freedom. And I think I was looking for. I was looking for it. I was like 18. I'm sitting there. I'm just looking for some type of faith. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm about to say I was nothing. I'm just looking. I'm seeking something that's can satisfy my spirit and my soul. And I wasn't finding anything. I stopped at nihilism. I'm like, well, nihilism is like the very nihilism isn't bad. I think it's a good idea. If I'm being honest, I still have some nihilistic principles. Not saying it's totally bad. It's just just it's kind of negative. The idea or like the ultimate idea is kind of negative or it's pushed as that. And like the idea, like believing. Let's say God exists. Let's say it's best to believe that God either don't know you, he don't like you, or he gave up on you. So as an individual, as a human being, you will learn how to live without the thought or care of okay, there's a God up there. It's like a step before atheism. And I wouldn't say I was atheist. I just I could care. I wouldn't say I care less. I just had no relationship with a higher power. I never even thought about higher power relationship before, so I just didn't think about it. It never really cared to enter my mind. So me, I'm like, damn, like nihilism was good for the practical, for the physical, and I'm like, for the things that I need to accomplish, like it's gonna take the strength of more than me to really accomplish this, and it's like I'm walking by faith, and it's like not saying like I said it was like a clear sign for me to do it. It's just you just feel you get feelings, and if you don't get feelings, you literally just taking a chance, and that's how I did. It's like I'm wrestling back and forth with spirituality because I'm like at the same time of me wrestling back and forth with it, I'm hopping back into it, dipping my toe back into it and dipping it out, and I'm like, and just all at the time, people on the internet was making spirituality just lame. Like it's lame now because it's just like it's a lot of fake people. Like I said, I want to come whenever I get my big break for real. Like I said, which I know is coming. I just want to show an authentic aspect of it. I don't want to make it corny. I don't want to be doing corny shit. That bothers me. It bothers me that I see a lot of corny shit and lame shit and just people that just have ass shit and just be around just talking. Like it bothers me. It bothers my spirit. It makes me not want to be on here. There's a couple people I got that I watch for spiritual content or spiritual insights and spiritual teachings, and everybody else is like it's dead. I don't watch them. And I get it. I guess it's just the aspect of people. It could be agents. Who knows? Like I said, it is what it is, and that's how I take it as. But I aim to be a authentic spiritual content creator. I don't want to fake this shit, and I'm a dude, so I think it's definitely an avenue for it. So a black man at that, but I was seeking spirituality for freedom. But at that time, spirituality was just so commercial. I'm thinking like, it just made me think that spirituality was just like religion, the way that people was explaining it to me. So I always had like a back and forth with that. And then I finally just, I shut off all the noise. I just took a leap of faith, and one day something just happened to me. Like maybe this is what people call like timeline shifting, where you suddenly just feel different, you feel like a whole different person. I woke up, I'm like, I just felt empowered. I'm like, who am I? I just felt like it was a different type of empowerment that kind of like set me on the path of where I need to go. And this is like 2022, and that's when I decided to take Reiki and met one of my teachers, Donna, and that's where I've been going with it. And that's and then the rest is history. Like I said, I'm still making YouTube videos, still at the school learning about Reiki. I'm learning about Tantra now. I want to get more into Tantra and the healing modality of it. Energetic healing, just period. I think I just want to be a healer. I'm trying to really learn about my healing past lives and stuff like that, because it's been told to me that I've always been like a healer in my past lives. So I want to go down that avenue and really see where it take me. I just want to get into my intuition. That's really all it is, for real. When I get into my dreams, my intuition, and that's really what got me on the path of spirituality, like the lucid dream and being able to essentially like get more time back, like be able to live inside my dreams, right? I think ultimately it was the freedom I was looking for. I wanted the freedom. I want the freedom. I still do. And freedom and liberation can only be found in one place. You can only find it in yourself and inside your heart. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm using spirituality for, is to find that freedom. And well, not to find it, to realize the freedom. Let's say that. Because it's not like I don't know where it's at. But that's how I got started into spirituality. So if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.